Hi everyone, this is Victoria Violet, and I am so glad that you are here with me today. I did a little bit of a pre-shuffle and these already fell out. I'm leaving them there. Hi to everyone. I miss you. I am so sorry. It seems like I wasn't loading, but I promise you I was making videos. Unfortunately for me, I don't know what happened with YouTube. I loaded 5-hour videos, meaning each video was at least an hour to an hour and 30 minutes. And when I woke up the next day, I went to work. And as I was looking at my videos to see how they were loading and everything else, if it was done, it just gave me a message, and the message said, upload error. And it doesn't give you the ability to tweak or to undo or nothing. So all I could do was delete them, and at that point I was trying to make more room for the next coming video, so I had already deleted them from my camera, and so I lost everything. So my apologies, but starting from today forward pardon me, now we're back on track again to where the videos that are being loaded are consecutive. Okay, again, thank you so much for joining me. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the let me see, is it, no, it's not moving. I thought it was shaking too much. Excuse me, I was trying to move the table to see if it was going to vibrate or something. But what I meant to say was, hi everyone, I'm so glad you're here with me today. Thank you so much for returning. I appreciate you. Thank you as well for being my subscriber. Thank you for the new people that are coming, dropping by, even if it's just that you dropped by just to say hello or to check us out. You are so welcome. Cross watchers, oh my goodness, love you to pieces. We got a lot of talking to do. If anybody has hopefully been paying attention to the videos and paying attention to the message of the videos, ooh, let me tell you, it's been hot and heavy. Hot and heavy. Don't know exactly what's going to come out of this reading, but let's hope for the best. I had gotten tired of, sorry spirit, of all the messages pertaining to love only. So I took it upon myself to do a tarot reading that had to do with more finances. Unfortunately, that kind of got hijacked as well, but not so badly. Yeah, so again, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Please hit the like button on the way in. Please hit subscribe. Why? Because if you're like me, you get up and do other things, people talk to you, etc. You forget to put the thingy on pause, and then guess what? By the time it's done, you wanted to hear something and you can't, because you can't find it anymore. So if you subscribe, it'll always be in your subscriptions and you will always find me. Thank you again for being here with me. We are closer and closer. We're inching closer and closer to the 1,000 mark. I know it's not a big deal to most people out there, but it is a big deal to me because it is a baby channel still. And yeah, I'm so excited. We're closer to the 900 mark for the videos that I've uploaded, minus the 5 I had to delete. And my philosophy is, if you don't like the tarot, maybe you'll like the travel ones. If you don't like the travel ones, maybe you'll like the talks that we get into and the discussions that I broach. Okay? So let's see what you like. Hopefully there's something for you. And if not, that's okay. My light workers as well, thank you for stopping by. My tarot readers, thank you for stopping by. My chosen ones, thank you so much for gracing me with your presence. It's a bumpy ride, isn't it? Right about now, yeah. The other thing that we need to note and look at is, for a lot of us, including myself, having a bumpy ride right now with double dose of Capricorn. Love my Capricorns, but gosh darn, you don't have to give me all your negative energy, do you? So the moon's influence under Capricorn twice over has brought about some really, really nasty energies that for some of the collective have meant that things are stagnant, things are not moving, or things are moving very, very slow, like as if you put And I'm going to be crude here for those that have sensitive ears. During my introduction, I always do a disclaimer. I am not a saint. I curse. So it's been feeling for some of us like somebody threw molasses all over us, but not before sticking super glue all over our happy ass and sticking us somewhere to where it feels like you can't get out of it. And then who wants to move through all the ooey gooey mess? So it has felt really bad. And if anybody has seen molasses coming out of a bottle, especially when it's cold, the syrup, what happens to the syrup? You're like, gosh darn, it's not wanting to come out. So what do you have to do? Microwave it. What happens to the microwaved bottle? It's all melted. You get the point. It's a hot mess. So I'm not exactly sure because I didn't look to see how long that retrograde was for, but gosh darn, I hope it's I think I don't even want to say, because truly and honestly I was half asleep last night listening to the Leo King, because I told myself and I told you guys I was going to get into it and find out what it was that was going on, because it's been nasty. I'll look more into it as I go, but depending on where, for those that you do have a hand, a way to get a hold of your natal chart, look to see where Pluto is, and that's what is being affected. Your ninth house in Pluto is being affected. So look to see where your ninth house is, under what sign, and if it's in Pluto or what have you. Okay? All right. I'm going to get off of that because I don't know enough except to make me more curious and to get me in trouble. So I'll leave it to the Leo King and people like himself. There was one, I think her name is Jody. There was one lady, and she's an astrologer, excuse me. And she was like, oh, today is such a wonderful day. It's going to be a great day. And she was doing astrology, not tarot, astrology. So being, you know, the outspoken Libra that I've become lately, I wrote on there hoping she was going to answer. And I said, hi, no disrespect, but I'm out of curiosity wanting to know, if it's such a beautiful energy, why is it so volatile? And somebody that likes her very much piped up in the comments and said she wasn't talking about that, she was talking about this. And I said, with all due respect, thank you so much, but I wasn't speaking to you, because I want to know why the Leo King is telling us it's bad, and then she's telling us it's a wonderful, beautiful day. It's like, no, not in the neighborhood. It's not a beautiful day in the neighborhood. No, it's not. So again, if you know anything about the Capricorn moon, please look at it. And the reason that I looked upon, you know, to try to figure things out was because, as I was telling my best friend, Beltane is something beautiful. For those of you that know what Beltane is, summer solstice is something beautiful, and the energy is gorgeous. And for those of you that still practice magic, well, everybody knows about sex magic. That is the time to do it. It's the fertility of the king and the queen coming together. So the god and the goddess, the lord and the lady, whatever you want to call it. So it's usually the most beautiful time, and it comes right before what? Lion's Gate. Everybody should know what that is. And if not, then let's start doing our homework, including me, so we can do some Lion Gate stuff. But I digress. So what I was trying to say was, it's not Kansas right now, Miss Astrologer. Why? Why is it not Kansas anymore? What's going on in the world, in the universe, in the earthly planes, in the celestial sky, that is not jiving with my planets or with other people's charts? And she never answered, but Badinsky did, and I had to put him in his place because I wasn't asking him. It wasn't his channel. Okay, anyway, these already fell out. I don't know exactly what it's going to come out as, but we are doing the Weight Rider deck. Might be in reference to finances or work. Let us take a look. Okay? Oh, you know what? Oh yeah, you guys are home. Okay. We're going to do a cleansing bell breath energy work. I'm going to tell you and then I'll do it. Disclaimer, remove your headset. Disclaimer, take your earbuds out. Disclaimer, don't be right next to the phone if you have it by your ear. I'm about to ring, bang on this bell, on this beautiful chalice, and I don't want you complaining because I bust your eardrums or at the very least annoy you. And it's not about that. So please remove them. Thank you. All right, let's go. I will tell you when to breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. And I'm having problems with my allergies, the allergens, so my breath is going to be very shallow. Please do your complete breath out, okay? One more time. Feel it real tight in here. One more time. A lot better. Thank you, God. All right, well, let's continue. I already got 3 cards and I didn't even ask for it yet. For those that don't know, I love doing cartomancy. This one's already marked up. That one is going to be used if we want a time frame. Don't know if I have to clarify anything yet, but I like to introduce my decks if in case I do. And this one is cartomancy too. This, I love it. This deck was used at the Crystal Bay Casino. They've already been pre-shuffled so that they're not all, same suit. They are brand new, so we're christening them today as far as tarot's concerned. And this one is from the Nugget Casino Resort. Don't ask me where that's from. I don't know. I got a feeling though the Nugget, I was going to say cantina. Do they have a cantina that y'all know of? I don't know. But the Nugget one wants to talk. I already can feel it. Because when I picked it up, it was like, my turn? No, not yet. All right. Ooh, no. And Spirit, please, I love you. Don't throw cards at me in chunks, please. All right, let's go, people. Love you very much. Okay, Spirit. When I say Spirit, I'm talking to the archangels and the angels that they put in charge of the readings that I do. That's them of the light and not them of the dark. Okay? Just a disclosure. All right, let's go. What do you want to tell us, my dear Lord? Ooh, I said, please stop throwing things at me. For the Libra Collective. I'm very sensitive. I don't like them throwing things at me or yelling at me. That's their form of yelling, by the way. I said, that's their form of yelling at me, by the way. Isn't that an angel? I told you. We's cousins. All right, let's see. Okay, well, please stop throwing things at me. I'm going to try to be a nice girl, okay? That is hilarious, guys. Ooh, we'll get to her later. Thank you. Come on, I only have small hands. Oh, for you guys that haven't tuned in, kicks are tennies. Just a street way of saying tennies. And oh my ever-loving God, I did not realize that, because they had a lot of ridges on them. Really nice tennis shoes that I had purchased about 4 months ago online, and I was so excited. I have another pair, but I didn't break them out. That pair is tan, a tan color, real pretty, and these were black. So I've been using them to do my DoorDash here, and it rained really hard, and I was so happy because I love the rain. That's one thing I miss so much about being in New Hampshire. It rains all the time. So I was always in galoshes and shorts. So anyway, I started to feel wetness. And when I went to look down, because sometimes you step on nails, tacks, anything, right? So I was looking to see if maybe there was something stuck that I could see why it had made a hole or something. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, What the? It was ripped into it. And then I didn't even see the bottom part. So today when I was throwing them away, because I had to literally take money from, you know, my budget to purchase more tennis shoes. And I don't do that, guys. When I'm very responsible. If I have this to pay or that to pay, that's what I pay. And this is not being monetized yet. I'm a very baby channel. So I have started to put in the description portion. I've put my Cash App. Anybody that wants to, you know, donate to this channel, it'll bring more cards. It'll bring, you know, more supplies in. I don't even have my incense on. Okay? This girl normally does all of that stuff. I haven't even been able to do any of that. This, since it was empty, it's supposed to be Siete Machos. It's not right now. Right now, it's Agua Florida, and that's all we're getting. And the reason is because this girl has a budget that she's living on. I just moved back from New Hampshire, not even a whole 2 months ago. So anyway, make a long story short, as I was tossing them today, you know, because I went to the most economical place I could find to purchase some, and I did, thankfully. But when I was throwing them away, that's why I made that video, because it's like, I cannot believe that I had blowouts in both of them so bad, that bad, and I had been running around like that. So no wonder my back was hurting so bad. I have a back injury, but it was hurting me even more. So again, I did put, you know, my information for Cash App for this channel into the description. If you want to donate, it's much appreciated. It's not a necessary thing, but it is appreciated. You will get a shout out in my next video. Thank you. All right, what else? Because I know that you've already got Libra on the table. Oh, okay. Do you think we could? Okay, all right. They're like, you need to. I was like, do you think you can? They're like, no, but you need to. Oh, okay. All right, you don't have to tell me twice. In other words, I'll have to do the work. It's all right. It's okay. I'm good. I'm golden. All right, next. What else you want to tell us, please? Ooh. Okay. But why? 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 Why am I seeing the Nine of Swords, please? Why am I seeing the Nine of Swords? Everything was hunky-dory. What happened? What happened, please? I told you guys I don't want chunks. All right, I'm only taking 3 more, because I'll be here forever. YouTube sucks. They do. Love you, YouTube. Come on now. Now you don't want to throw cards at me? You don't want to throw cards at me anymore, Spirit? I love you too. Come on. I need answers, please. I saw that. Again? Another angel. Another angel. Okay. We're almost done? No? We're almost done. Oh, my ever-loving. They want to just see me at every angle work. They want me to do Twister today for the tarot reading. All right. One more. One more. Come on, Spirit. Be nice. Come on. Whoa. All right, Spirit. You can't leave me hanging like that, Spirit. What's coming, Spirit? Then, oh, okay. Really, Spirit? I don't want to have to clarify. Come on, babies. Just one more. A good, juicy one. Please. Please and thank you. Okay, you're not going to do it. All right, it's all right. Okay. Oh, this was already at the bottom. I know it was, because when I was shuffling about 4 times ago, 5 times ago, when I was talking, I saw this and it came out again. So I'm turning this over and we're leaving it there. We will have to, we're going to have to clarify, but when I get there. Can I see? Yeah, I can see. I don't know where my other glasses are, so those are the only glasses available. All right. Normally, oh my God, I'm going to do it in clusters. Okay, I'll do it in clusters because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 clusters. And at this point, I would be, showing you all the cards, and then by the time we get to the reading. So, in this cluster, you have the High Priestess, okay? And then you have a very fast rider, which is the Swords, the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is telling you, hey, your work, something about your work is going to be very much in demand. So, things that you may not see coming yet, are going to be coming at a pretty fast rate soon, very soon. Why do I say very soon? Because this was the very first layout, the very first cluster, the very first layout that they threw at me. Yeah, I did say that. Yeah, I put you on blast. And so it's in reference to coinage or your work. Most likely it's about a little bit of column A and column B. So you may not see the change coming right away. You may not see it. You may not even know about it. Or it might catch you by surprise. Because anything that's hidden, when it comes out, it could be all of a sudden that things change. And then, bam, you weren't aware. But now you are, right? Like, it makes itself known all of a sudden. And again, it's coming in very, very fast. I'm not sure what it is yet, but something in reference to either the kind of work you do, the work of your hands, a project, a combined effort. Maybe you're doing the project at work that takes a team. Maybe you're a sculptor. Maybe you're in construction. And you do like masonry type of designs. Art Deco, whatever, stucco. Anything that's ornate. Maybe you're a jewelry maker for all I know. But your work is going to be in demand. Or your work, the way that you do your work. Am I yelling? I apologize. Stop yelling. The way you do your work is being looked upon. And they like it so much that they're bringing others into the mix to say, hey, did you take a look at, such and such's work? They do such great work. Maybe you should hire them, or maybe they did such great work in the past. Why don't you give them this project? Okay. All right. So something about work so far. We got that covered? All right. In this cluster, we show an individual who is in very much need of rest. But not only that, when you work and work and work, because that could also state that you have so much work you run around, and you could be the one that's the knight on that horse, right? Either ways, it looks like someone that needs rest. But for me as well, and if I do this, I apologize. I get messages, and I don't know. I'm a textile person. I touch things. For me, yeah, you need rest, but it's more than that. For me, it just feels like someone who's in contemplation, even though it's a bed. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this, and people that are that have been, that are meditators and are continuous meditators, and not like me, that I'm a fair weather friend to meditation. I do it and then I don't do it. I know I'm bad, but if y'all looked around my home, I don't have any room to set up so that I can sit and do it properly. So for me, I think I disclosed in one of the videos, I don't like to talk in the morning. I will kiss you, I will do other things to you if you're my mate, but don't make me talk. I don't want to talk. The last thing I want to hear is the sound of my voice. I won't even shake my head to you. Why? Because I want my connection to source. I want that to remain clean and pure and unadulterated prior to me getting out into the world. Because it's my philosophy that once you hit that door, somebody's calling you on the phone. somebody's texting you. By the time you get to work, I guarantee you, you have 25 to 50 emails. If it's over the weekend, you could have 150 emails to 300 waiting for you. And everybody in that place will want a piece of you, including customers, clients, or patients. Right? So my philosophy, my way of doing things is in the morning, I go and do my business, you know, brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, making the coffee. I don't talk. So in the morning, what I do before I get up out of the bed is I lie there for about, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Not because I want to hit the snooze button. It's because I'm in quiet contemplation. So for me, this person might be doing that. And I think the contemplation that they're doing is because they're trying to bring about a change or waiting on a change to occur. And that's being brought in by the death card, you know, the rider on the white horse. I think it's a prayer. I really do think that they're praying for a change. I'm sorry. That's what I'm getting, and that's what I'm sticking to. Why do I say that as well? Well, the angel is here. The angel's here telling the person that's in silent contemplation or prayer to what? To have patience. It's still being mixed, Victoria. It's still being mixed, Libra Collective. Have patience. You know, like you go to a restaurant. Sorry, I'm not saying you're a waiter. You go to a restaurant, right? And then you place your order. And then about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes pass, and you see everybody else getting their order. They're eating, they're finished, they left, and you're still waiting. So the angel's like the waiter. Yours is taking a little longer because it was a bigger order and it's made to order. Don't worry, it'll be right out. Don't they tell you that? The angel of the Lord is saying, have patience. We're making it. It's still mixing. Okay? All right, Libra. And if you didn't like that, they literally said, okay, Libra, we are still mixing it. We see you with your sword. We see that you may not be the most patient with your sword out and ready to use it since it's in the upright position and not down. But please be assured, we're working on it. The cook's got it. The chef has got it. Your meal will be out in a jiff. In a jiff. Why do I say that? Well, it's the Knight of Wands, right? What do? They write swiftly into the future. Something forward. They never write backwards. You got to stop and think. Knights never write backwards. They're always going forward into something in the future. The only knight I don't like, we're getting to. There's reasons I don't like him, but then there's other reasons why, well, you know, it's all right. Cleaning my pants off feels like grit. All right, so that's the second cluster. So the first cluster's like, dude, we're bringing you something in secret. You don't even see it, and it's going to happen so fast, and it's going to change your work or your money status. We got this. And then the second cluster is saying, dude, we hear you. We hear your prayer. You need to rest. Go take a nap. We got this. The change is coming. Be patient. It's cooking. And Libra's like, but I thought I said, and it's happening. It's happening. So in both of the clusters that we've gone over so far, be patient, people. We're getting somewhere. Cluster number 1, cluster number 2, both have very fast riders. So again, whatever hasn't happened in the past, it's all right. Okay, I'm going to rephrase that for those that want to murder me. It's not all right. It's not all right. You've had to wait. You had to, I'm going to say it a little bit bad. You had to rape Peter to pay Paul, meaning money-wise, not sexually. And you just want to fast forward to when is it getting better? When are we getting better? When are times gonna get better? Because this is not better, right? So that's what you're telling God. This is not better. You know, and then let's say 15 minutes pass again, and you see another couple leave that had ordered before, you know, after you, and they already ate, and they've got boxes to go even. So again, the angel's like, all right then, we'll let it come fast. So it's going to start speeding up, is why I'm mentioning that again. You're going to have one thing happen, and then right after that, you're going to have a second thing happen that you're not expecting to happen a little more rapidly. Because there's going to be a cessation, not cessation. We're not trying to stop smoking. A cessation. There's going to be a cessation where bam, 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 something in secret happens fast concerning your money or your career. Bam, bam, bam. It's a little slower because it looks like, you know, the change is trying to come, but it looks like, you know, when God's in control, I mean, you know, I'm going to just say it like this. The dude has like all these herbs and spices that are fresh, and he's got a garden in Eden, and he can just go and take all of those little herbs that he wants to put into the meal and prepare it especially for you. The creme de la creme. He wants to make sure that it's not going to be returned to the kitchen. No, this is not what I asked for. Oh no, it's not medium. It is medium rare, just like you asked. So, because he already knows Libras are impatient, he's like, okay, all right, have patience. No, Libra's like, I already slept. I don't need to rest. I already slept. And they see the sword going up, and they're like, okay, let's speed it up then for them. Let's speed it up then. So you're being heard. Your prayers, you're supposed to be asleep, are being heard. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think you've been more awake than asleep. I think you've been tossing and turning. I think you've been more in a stressful, fitful sleep than a pleasant, cozy, I'm out and don't hear anything or feel anything or get up until the alarm goes off. But you haven't been sleeping that way for at least 3 weeks that I can see. So because of that, they see that your patience is wearing very thin, and they're about to speed things up. So, okay, the first thing, I think it comes around maybe a week to 10 days at most. 7 to 10 days at most. The first cluster of where you hear of money or you hear of a different career change. The second one is a week to 3 weeks. A week to 3 weeks, tops. And then you're going to see a different change, another change. And I think the other change is also going to surprise you. And it's going to come a lot faster because I see you putting your foot down. And for those that think, what is wrong with her? What do you mean you're putting your foot down? I'm going to say this because this is my channel. Yes, I'm a pagan Christian, but I'm also someone who is of the persuasion that you can speak to God. You can speak to the archangels. You can speak to the angels of light. And they listen and they talk to you too. They may not talk to you like I'm talking to you, but I talk to them that way. When I get good and tired, they know. So, they're hearing you, they're listening, and they know that you've already given up enough. You've already sacrificed enough, so things will start moving faster, okay? Third cluster, please. This one's like, I don't know what the hell it is. I'm just going to be honest. When I looked at it, I was like, ¿qué es ese mugrero? What is that? Ishk. All right. Somebody's crying. Ain't you. Somebody's crying. Crosswatcher, are you crying? I mean, I feel bad for you if you are. I'm not making fun of you, Crosswatcher. Please know, I am not making fun of you if you're crying. I do have to ask why. Getting hot and cold here. Why? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? What did you do? Or what didn't you do? All right. The Wheel of Fortune is coming out right next to that. That tells me, and I'm being honest, I feel somebody's been crying. This is not necessarily a bad thing. You know, I'm sorry to say it, but no, I'm not sorry to say it. For me, being an empath, I cry all the time. But I have, for this last year, I stopped crying as much as I normally do. I've gotten more control over my waterworks, but that doesn't mean that if spirit hits me a certain way, or information hits me a certain way, or if I watch a movie that makes me cry. Oh, I sure will, especially puppies and kitties. Speaking of puppies and kitties, I bought a cage, an animal cage, you know, the crate thingy, and there's 2 sets of kitties outside. I live in a place where they have a lot of animals running around. I'm amazed that there's, knock on wood, no fleas. But there's 2 sets of kitties, and I wanted the 2 black ones because I've always had black kitties. I love them because, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I wear a lot of black. I love black. And any other cat, I have them on me, and I'm wearing all of their fur. So that's why I normally get black cats, okay? But those, when I asked the gentleman that was outside, he was like, oh, the mama took them onto the roof. I was like, OMG. So then I got up the next morning, and when I got up the next morning, I saw a teeny tiny little baby one that was about this big, and I was like, ooh. Y'all don't know I love cats. And I was like, oh my God. And they were like, don't move your car backwards. And I said, what do you mean? He said, you have another one behind your tire. I was like, oh. So I'm waiting. I should have gotten them this morning. I probably would have been able to get one, but see, my neighbors don't know me that well, and I don't want to run into their lawn looking like a crazy cat lady trying to run after cats. And I didn't know if they were going to be scat cat, like as soon as they saw me stepping closer to them, they start running. So I was like, but I got to see all of them together this morning, and I was like, there's another black one, and it's small like that too. So I'm praying that sometime in the next few days I can bring I want a boy and a girl, and I know the reading. I want a boy and a girl, and I want to keep them for me. They're my babies. I can't, I haven't had babies in a long time. So you see a smile on my face, that's because I'm excited to have babies. Okay, back to the reading. So somebody's been crying. I cry. I hope you men cry too. Maybe not all day, but I hope you men cry too, my Libra masculines, because the reason I cry is not because I'm weak, and it's not because I'm a crybaby, even though sometimes I am, because I am overly emotional due to the fact that I'm an empath. But I cry because it's purging the soul, that sorrow, that pain, or that hurt, or watching something or listening to something. Like today, I'm giving examples, guys, not rambling. Today I was listening to a podcast. I don't even know what podcast, because sometimes I do shorts, and sometimes I randomly go past the video, and I'm like, okay, that interests me. So it was in reference to a man that has a church that's called Gateway, and I think it's in Houston, Texas, I think. So long story short, right before he was the pastor at Gateway Church, he molested a young girl for 2 to 3 or some out like that years. He was 25 years old while this was going on. He was already married, and he had a baby. And her dad, the girl's dad, was kind enough to allow him, his wife, and child to remain in their home. And all this time, he was molesting the 12-year-old daughter from the man that allowed him to stay in his home. Be careful, people. And then fast forward, he wrote about it in a book and made it seem like he was with a young lady. A young lady would be, I don't know, 17, 18, even 21. But this was a 12-year-old. So yeah, do you think I didn't want to cry when I was listening to this? Because now she's 50 and retelling the story, and the fact that, well, the statute of limitation gave out already. It already is out. So all of that made me sad. So yeah, first I was angry, and then I was sad for her because it was embarrassing for her, you know? And then for him to have diminished it like that. So yeah, there's things like that I hear and I want to cry. But this crying feels like it's a missing, an inner knowing. Whoa, I just saw something. Hold on, peoples. Bear with me. I promise I'm not rambling. What are they doing? They're laying down, right? What are they doing? They're laying down in a bed. They're laying down in a bed, contemplating, praying. For all we know, they could be crying too. I don't know. Another bed. Stressed out. Crying. But this time, this one, look. This one wants new beginnings. Why do I say that? Because there's only 3 swords. This one wants new beginnings. I'm saying that because usually and this is not the card of the swords, the 3 swords, but there's 3 swords hanging over the bed. So if there's 3, I can attest, or not attest, I can imagine that this one has gone through heartache. Why? Because if it's in a love area, then the 3 of swords is a breaking apart, a divorce, a hurt and pain, because something has ended and are looking for something to start. Hence, the impatience, even towards the angel of God and the Libra, and it might be the feminine Libra for all we know, saying, I got my sword out and I know how to use it. And they're like, okay, let's move it along. Let's go just a little bit faster for the Libra, because she's got her sword out. And then we see, I feel it's a masculine that may have some tears of sorrow that they're purging, and may also have sleepless nights. So that in and of itself is very interesting to me, that maybe the cross watcher and the Libra collective may both be experiencing sleeplessness, or waking up out of the blue randomly out of sleep and stressing and perhaps crying. So they're both experiencing similar things by what the cards are showing. I'm sorry for anybody that's crying out there that's filled with sorrow, but please know that when you do cry, it's okay, and it's a purging. I don't care if you're a cross watcher, excuse me. You still have feelings, and you're still human. So what happened here? I got half of the cards right side up, and the other ones, somebody's confused. This one is confused. This one just says, Lord, can you stick a fork in it? I'm done. Let's get the show on the road. And this one's like, Lord, I don't know what I'm doing. Lord, these roads don't look familiar to me. Lord, can I have a map? Can I have some instructions? And that's okay to ask for instructions from God. You know that? It is. I mean, if you were spiritually in a car, in a spaceship, in your macabre, right? Because us that meditate, we can get into our macabre, and right? So we might need instructions before we get into the macabre and start traveling, right? So maybe this person that I'm picking up on, it's a road less traveled, meaning maybe they've never traveled on that road before. Maybe, sorry, somebody contacting me. Maybe they've never traveled on that road. If they've never traveled on that road and have no GPS, maybe they're asking God for GPS instructions, right? But it is coming in the form of the Emperor. So in a way, so far, that's a good thing. I don't see any negative cards other than the 9 of Swords weighing very heavily, excuse me, over the cross watcher, or maybe our Libra masculine. I'm not sure. But the Emperor coming in as the Emperor, My best friend's texting me. I'm sorry. I'm like doing this business because I don't have my glasses on. This is interesting. And it does make me sad. But it makes me happy at the same time, the energy that I'm picking up on. So for me, my bestie, I don't know what she wants. But, oh well, I can't answer her right now. So anyway, after purging, praying or purging, I say it's a masculine because he's coming out as the emperor. Purging his soul, asking for help, guidance, right? He's turning into the emperor. So I don't think he was the emperor before this. Why is this important to my feminine and our same-sex individuals out there? Because maybe it took a while for this person to understand themselves, understand the dynamics of the relationship, understand the reason for the relationship, understand what the relationship means, understand what the relationship means to them. So once all of this is expressed outwardly, meaning purging of in tears, right? Because sometimes we do. I do it. I told you guys about, in another video, I told you guys about how it resonates with me, the chapter where the angel of the Lord fights with him, with God. Because I'm always fighting with God. What the hell do you think this was all about? I'm a female Libra. I take my sword out and I start acting all kinds of crazy with my God. And then I have to go, I love you, Father. Forgive me for my sin of, I don't know, throwing a conniption. You know, it happens. It happens. It happens. You know, I'm having a human experience. So I might be old, and I'm not even talking about human years. I might be old, my soul may be old, but it'll never be as old as my Creator. So he's always going to be my Father. So he'll always find a way, so long as I ask for it, to forgive me. So I can act like a 2-year-old, and then I can elevate to a 5-year-old, and then I can go back to my normal self, whatever that is. And he's going to find a way to forgive me, because I recognize that I behaved like a 5-year-old and ask all the, have you ever had a 5-year-old? 3 times over. Why? And you tell them, but why? And you tell them, but why? It's like, oh, shush, please, no more whys. But that's the way we are to our Creator. And then they have to find a way to be patient, right? With us. Because we're acting like 5-year-olds. Why? Why? Jesus Christ, help me, Lord. So, I feel like there's been an elevation, a spiritual, some kind of a spiritual awakening for this individual. Either things got too hard, too hot and heavy for them on an emotional or spiritual level, and they had to take it to a higher power to comprehend it. Because they're asking for understanding, it looks like. They're asking for comprehension. They're asking what this relationship means. They're asking, why did it come? Why? What does it mean? What does it mean to me? Where do I fit in? What am I supposed to do? Look, this is the holding their face. What am I supposed to do? So, all of that is equating to turning into an emperor, because after doing all of this, the wisdom sets in. After doing all of this time around, because I've never seen that before in any of the readings, and this time around, perhaps, and I'm going to use this form of saying, it has seeped into the crown chakra and it's going all the way down into his toes. What am I talking about? The energy The Christians have a saying, and I'm going to butcher it. I apologize. Please don't shoot the messenger. When you're born again Christian, I know I'm stumbling over my words. Forgive me for that. My allergies are really bad. When you're born again Christian, they always tell you that when you ask for forgiveness of your sins to God, that you have to actually mean it. You have to actually allow yourself to be a new creation, and it has to affect you. What is it, like 36 inches, or I don't know, I don't remember the exact 36 inches down, or I don't know. Like, in other words, it's gotta touch your heart. You have to have a contrite heart. You have to have a change of heart. You have to allow the change to happen all the way through to the point to where it creates in you a new creature. And that's why they say born again. Not because they dipped you in water and you're washed clean of your sins. It's not just that. It's that you're being washed with water, but also with the Holy Spirit. And showing it after you did all of this. And for all we know, this could be a bunch of sins laying heavy weighing heavy on this person. But somehow, some way, if they've been praying to God and trying to figure out and trying to understand the whys, you know, God has a lot more patience than we give him credit for. And also, yeah, we have a lot of uncles. I call them uncles. I've always called them uncles. I've never called them just archangels. And that they're far removed from me. No, they're my uncles. They've been given a mission, and their mission is to take care of me. Like in daycare, like in school. You know, I may have taught, but on top of the lesson plans and giving the lesson to each and every one of the children, my job, first and foremost, was keeping them safe. Safe from harm, safe from harming themselves, safe from harming each other. You get it. Eating glue, like Miss Lippy. You remember Miss Lippy from Billy Madison? Yeah. So that's the way God is towards us. So he gives us a lot of chances, and he gives us a lot of lessons to see. And these could also be light bulbs, because look how beautiful and shiny they are. This could be epiphanies for all we know that this person has gone through. And because they've gone through those, they finally get to go off to the status. They go off to the status. And I think this is the second reading, but I think that was one of the readings that didn't get loaded right, that I had to delete. He gets to the status of an emperor. Again, for those that are non-tarot readers, you, and I'm going to use the masculine right now, you can only obtain the status of an emperor after you become each and every one of the kings. You have to embody the king of, cups, the king of coins, the king of swords, the king of wands. You have to embody all of them. And once you get that right, then you get to become the emperor. You don't just get to pass go, collect $200, get out of jail free. You've got to do the work. So if this person is doing the work and they're going to come this way, I say kudos to you. I don't care if you are a cross watcher. And please, my Libra collective, I love you. And I of course, you're my family and I want you here. You are my members and I love you. That's not what I'm talking about. If they decide to come back towards you, don't you want them healed? Do you not want them more mature? Do you not want them to come back contrite? Do you not want them to come back with having passed a life lesson that's going to make them a better mate towards you? So judgment is in the favor of this emperor, and they've been asking for it. Actually, they've been asking for justice, and I think that was one of the videos that also got deleted because it wouldn't upload right. You know, let me tell you how energies work. It's my job to do the readings, not because I'm nosy and want to know about your love affairs, etc. But because if there's some way that this reading can help you to make a better decision or better decisions in your life, take them or leave them, because we're all big boys and girls, then that's great. That's great. Right? That's great. But sometimes they don't want me to say things. So yeah, of course, it messed up 5 videos. 5. That was like about between 5 and 9 hours worth of my work, because they were over an hour each one. But that's okay. That's why I put the video on there. All you can do is dance, so just dance. Just dance. Jesus built my hot rod. Why? Because the old me, I would have been livid. I would have been fighting myself and cursing and been angry. I danced. I danced for you guys in the video. Because sometimes life is like that. So maybe this person has done the work. That's why he's getting the status of an emperor, because now he's not just thinking for himself and of himself, meaning, oh, all about me. It's all about me. Maybe he's thinking it's about us. How can I turn it into an us? How can I be inclusive? How can I be bending? How can I fold a little bit? How can I give? So the emperor has asked for the judgment. I want to say the emperor is going to get it, because here we have an ace of swords. So the emperor also has some truth, it looks like, that they want to convey. Ooh, doggy. All right. I am from Texas. Please excuse my French. Very fast. Very fast. This is going to happen very fast. Now, this is the card that I was like, oh my God, it's molasses. Oh. I'm going to tell you the negative, and then I'll tell you the good. The Emperor is coming towards you, Libra Collective. The Emperor, male, female, doesn't matter. I feel it's a male, doesn't matter. Coming in judgment, meaning God has given them the judgment. Hey, who am I if I'm a Libra Collective to take that away? It's not yours to give away. Just like as if it was given to you. Pardon me. I ate a little bit too fast when I came in. If it was given to you, he can't have it. They can't have it. Whoever's embodying the Emperor cannot have it. So you cannot take from them. God can take from them, but you cannot. Does that make sense to you? So God has given them, or will be giving them, judgment in their favor, a new beginning with you, very, very fast. However, that is your free will of whether or not you're going to accept that judgment and you're going to accept them back in, or you're not, because you have free will. Okay? All right, back to the last card standing. What I'm getting from this card is the slowest MF in the deck. So what I'm getting from this connected to the Emperor, this is what they're going to talk about. This is what's going to be discussed. This is what they're going to plan. And it's going to come, that talk is going to come quickly. How it's going to unfold. Did I do that right? Very slowly. Very slowly. Very methodically, though. It's going to come about very, very methodically. So we have here plans. We have here plans. And the plans are going to come about rather slowly. But if you take a look, because I don't know if you have cards, if you've had a live reading where you've gotten to see the cards, this is the interesting part that I love about this card, okay? If you take a look at this particular card, and for those that have glasses on, don't be so close to the phone if you're looking at it on your phone, because, yeah, I'm about to make 3D, okay? I wear glasses too, remember? As a matter of fact, where's my glasses? Where's my poodle? All right. The interesting thing about this card that nobody ever mentions, or at least I've never heard it, The land has already been half plowed. You see that? It's already halfway done. So I'm going to tell you two things. Somebody's coming back. I don't feel like this is something new. Relationship-wise, I feel like somebody's coming back. I feel like the reason, another synchronicity I'll show you. I feel like the reason that they ask God for instructions is because, yeah, it's causing sleepless nights. It's causing stress, anxieties. Oof, you're hurting my stomach. So they might even have tummy problems. Again, the reason that they're probably asking God or have asked God or will be asking God for instructions, clarity, etc., is because in their opinion, and you both have this opinion just in a different way, in their opinion, we've already come this far, meaning the damn land has already been plowed halfway. The job is already halfway done. It's already been halfway done. So why are we going to come this far in this person's opinion, who is embodying the emperor energy? We've already come this far. We've discussed, we've fought, we've gotten happy, we're separated, we come together. Let's just figure this out. We've already done half of the work. Half of the work has already been done. Why do you want to throw this away? Why do you want to throw this away? So, Libra Collective, it's up to you. It looks like somebody coming from a distance too. But it's up to you. Why? Oh, my tummy, all of a sudden, I feel nauseous and I feel like I'm about to lose my cookies. I feel that both of you feel the same about this particular issue, but are not on the same page as to how to fix the issues. Okay? That's going to take talking. That's going to take communication. That's going to take listening to each other. One thing I cannot stand as a human being, weird hair, I cannot stand when only one person talks and the other person is strictly quiet. I was told recently, and it blew my mind, we talk a lot. No, my love, we don't talk a lot. I talked. You were quiet and silent. That's not the same thing as good communication, back and forth, acknowledgement, or I disagree. What about this? Well, okay, I like half of that, but what about this? Can we compromise to this? If there's none of that going on, oh my God, my tummy hurts bad. Like I ate something that gave me food poisoning. If there's not back and forth and only one person is listening, and let's go a little step further. Let's say there's only one person listening and one person talking. At the end of the conversation, if this person that has not spoken a damn word says, I agree, then you know what, that's cool. But if this person, like the 5-year-old, why? And this one's just quiet. And this one's still continuing with the why, and there's no answers to the whys. Then that's not talking, sweethearts, my loves, my babies, my sugars, my sweeties, my darlings. That is not conversing. That is the counterproductive. That is not productive. That is, I don't know what the hell that is. That's like, I need an old priest and a young priest. That is not talking. I don't know who told you, my love, that is a way to converse with a person, but that is not the way to converse, because unless you're doing telepathy, superstar. unless you're doing telepathy, telepathically talking to one another, which it looks like somewhat they might be doing a little bit of that. They might be doing a little bit of that because they're both expressing it in a different way, but very similar way. Some of this can go on in the 5D. I'm not saying it can't. And it should. We should be able to finish each other's sentence once we get to that degree of a relationship. But if you don't talk to each other, how the hell do you expect the other person to know what the hell you're thinking? What's good for you? What's not good for you? What do you think? What do you jive with? What doesn't jive for you? You know, what are your philosophies? What are your thoughts on the matter? What can you take and what's a deal breaker? You gotta talk. Jesus, help me. Motorcycles, I love them. You gotta talk. Unless you're a mute, you know, a signing person, then even that, then I'm gonna have to learn some sign language, because either ways I still gotta talk to you or take a pad everywhere I go and write. Don't ask me. The food, this conversation, this energy is making me sick from my stomach. I think the Libra collective has gotten past the overly stressed and throwing tantrums and to that degree, because they're more calm. The energy is more calm over here. This energy is like, I don't know, I kind of hear somebody saying things like, I don't understand it, I don't get it, what am I missing? I missed signposts, I missed the writing on the wall. Why don't I get it? What is it that I'm not getting here? Well, how can I fix this? Is this supposed to be for me? Is it for me? How is it supposed to work? I mean, this person has so many questions. Chinita se japonés. But yeah, so this is all going to take place. Conversation is coming. This is totally Libra collective over here. They're dealing with career, finances. I don't know what they're dealing with that they're waiting to take off. It looks like two different separate things that Libra collective are waiting to take off for them. Meanwhile, this emperor, he is going to become an emperor in his own right. Maybe it wasn't in your timing. And I can get comments, please be kind, that'll say, yeah, Victoria Violet, but guess what? I don't want them anymore because they were really cruel and mean to me. And they were very childish, immature. And you know what? That's probably all true. Let's put a bow on top of that one. Really pretty, because been there, done that. I understand. It's your free will. Remember I said, when this cat comes back, male or female, and wants to sit you down and let's have a powwow. Yeah, you got free will. You don't have to take nobody back. You don't have to. Nobody said you had to. But I would listen. Two things. I would listen to learn to see if they've changed in case I do want to change my mind and take them back. And two, I want to see if there's any personal growth there. People can talk a lot. I've been on this earth this year in October for 60 years. I can't even believe it because I feel like a baby inside. I don't even feel close, not even anywhere close to that age. Probably half of it, if I have to be honest. I'm half that age. But if they're coming back and wanting to make the effort, the least you can do is hear them out. I hear it. They've done a lot of damage. I hear it. You showing them you are a mature person, a loving, kind person. You not only talk the talk, you walk the walk. Is not telling them that they can open the door wide open and step right back in your life. That's not what that's doing. That's listening to them. That's doing for them what they never did for you. They never listened to what you needed. They never listened to every time that you tried to explain. your needs and your necessities in a relationship. They always put it back to, like the lady, I think her name is Sunshine. She's a lovely reader. I love her to pieces. Sunshine, I love you. But calling every single tarot reading you do a situationship only diminishes either the male or the female in that situation. You can call it a situation, but don't call it a situationship for each and every one, because not each and every collective person out here is going through that nasty term. Because again, the reason I don't like it, and I won't use it on y'all, is because that gives the cross watcher the right to put you in what's called a situationship, and they can keep you there indefinitely. You are better than that. You have more importance than that. You have more value than that. So no, we're not in no situationships. Either we're in the, here's the door highway. Go see if you can play on the highway, like the parents used to say when I was growing up. Ve a ver si ya puso la marrana. Marranas don't lay eggs. Okay? Go. Why don't you go and see if the pig laid already? Pigs don't lay eggs. That was their way of saying skedaddle, get the hell out of here. You're not wanted. So you can listen and tell them, hey, Linda, bye. Or you can just decide that you can tell them this. Okay, cross watcher, I've heard everything that you had to say. That sounds marvelous. That sounds marvelous. I didn't speak. I let you speak. I listened to everything. That sounds marvelous. I only have one question. How are you going to feel about me giving this a trial basis? And if I see that nothing changes, that you don't actually put up what you're saying you're going to produce, whether it's fast or slow, but I see no movement. As a matter of fact, I see you sliding backwards again. How are you going to feel if I tell you, yeah, not working for me, bye, and closing the door forever and putting cement and then putting some wood and then putting some cinder blocks and then putting some lead over that and making it Fort Knox and saying, yeah, you're never welcome again. Don't expect the same kindness. Because that's what you should do. Listen, if you take them back, give them that warning. Okay, I expect you to walk the walk. Because anybody can tell you whatever. I can put a damn movie on, or I can go, I'm being outrageous, I know. I can go pay somebody that's a male, because I'm a female. I can give him a script, and I can tell him, okay, here's a recorder. I need you to read this script into the recording. And every time I want to hear sweet nothings and how much you love me, not him, but hear a man tell me that, I can just click the recorder. It's not going to happen, right? It's just a script. I don't need that kind of shit in my life, Libra Collective. Do you need that shit in yours? Cross Watcher, you know, come on. Come on. You know, okay, God has given you the status, he's about to give you the status, which not very many people achieve. So, okay, kudos. Bien hecho. You're going to get judgment in your favor to where you're going to feel like you can come back towards the Libra Collective. And you might even have your victory because you have your sword of truth. And yeah, it's going to happen fast. When are you going to start, though, this is the question to you, Cross Watcher. When are you going to start taking yourself seriously? When are you going to start taking what comes out of your mouth seriously? Because if you don't take it serious, why should I? As a Libra Collective. Why? I don't have 10 years. I don't have 20 years. I don't have 30 years. I don't even have 6 months to waste on you, Cross Watcher. And I did say waste. So yeah, even if it happens, you know, a little bit increments at a time, but Cross Watcher, seeing those changes and seeing, like the Christians say, that take root, you know, 3 feet. whatever, 36 inches. Have some contriteness. Have a change of heart. A change of your real life, and not just words that in the past maybe you were saying all the beautiful things you thought I wanted to hear, and then you play the disappearing act like Houdini. Now you see me, now you don't. So again, you don't have to take this person back, Libra Collective. I would listen though, because I would show them what class really looks like. And if in the end you don't want them, you don't want them. If the damage is just too much damage done, you know what? That's your right too. Cross watcher, be a man or woman. If God has given you the Emperor status, giving you judgment in your favor, giving you the sword of truth to come forth with, do the right thing. Show your maturity. Show your wisdom, for Pete's sakes. Because, trust me, the collective is going to be watching you like a hawk, listening to everything you say. And if they're like me, I got a memory like a damn elephant. I will call you on everything you didn't do, but you promised. Because I have a good memory. And when I say yes to something, it's because you're promising me something. You're trying to tell me you're going to do something, so I expect you to do it. Because guess what? I am banking on your integrity, and then you show me you have none. Right, Libra Collective? And that's why you're pissed off? Because they didn't have any. So, I don't think I need to clarify any of this, except maybe one card. That was a mouthful, right? I stayed on here a lot longer than I thought I was. And put these glasses on because I don't need more Botox. Or should I say, I don't need to have to try to figure out how I'm going to buy Botox for making frowns on my face. Oh, I have 3 cards, guys. Okay. These were the 3 cards. Oh. Okay, Linda. Okay. Those to the side, we left off on him. We may not have to clarify, or we may. We may. We left off on the Knight of Pentacles, saying that it was going to happen, that we're going to move methodically, and it was going to be a little bit slow moving, but it was going to move forward. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune, and then we have the Knight of Cups, so a lot more loving. The person coming back, cross watcher, coming back a lot more loving and giving of themselves this time around. That's a beautiful thing, especially if they were not as loving or giving or kind the first time around. That is a beautiful thing, guys. That is a beautiful thing. I'm telling you, that person is having problems with their stomach, and I think it's acid. I think they're having stomach problems because, and they might give themselves an ulcer if they're not careful. I don't know why I'm belching and belching. Well, I do because I'm an empath, but they're having problems with their stomach, their digestive system, due to their anxieties. An emperor that is balanced can feel that they can let their guard down and let the person in now, if they're balanced. We know that an emperor in the status of an emperor that's tyrannical, dictator, they're not loving, they're not kind, they're not security for you, they're not safe, they're not nothing like that. They're mean, they're ugly, they're war my way. If the emperor is telling me that they're going to ease little by little into the King of Cups energy, that's a beautiful thing, because that means that he or she is now feeling comfortable enough to lower those walls, lower those defenses, and be more loving, kind, considerate, charming, playful, And look, they come in with the Six of Wands. That is awesome. They come in victory. And you know what? I'm going to say this, cross watchers, and then I'm going to see if I have to further clarify this, because this was at the bottom of the deck, which was the Cup of Love, the ultimate Cup of Love, which is the Ace, right? The Ace of Cups. People get damaged, guys. Sometimes in life, people get damaged and they start building those walls. And the more that they build those walls, they build defensiveness, because those walls, in their opinion, in their mind, they have to be maintained. They have to stay up to protect them. But I'm going to tell you, cross watcher, I'm going to tell you, Libra Collective, the longer that those walls stay up and erect, that means you're not healed. And the longer they stay up and you feel that you have no choice but to keep them up to not be hurt, not be used, the more bitterness that grows inside of you, the more hardness grows inside of you. So this is showing me the Emperor going from the, or should I say, the energy going from an Emperor going towards the King of Cups energy. For me, they're not going to become the King of Cups. They're not becoming the King of Cups. I'm sorry. I'm going to say something, and if you have an alternative idea about this, concept about this, then do your own channel. I'm sorry to say it like that. But I'm going to tell you something as an empath and somebody that has been married to a narcissist before. You cannot turn somebody that was cold, always mean spirited, always callous, into a King of Cups. You cannot. But the cross watcher, through healing, can turn themselves back into what they originally were, which is the King of Cup energy, loving, kind, considerate, playful, emotional, but only when they feel like they can lower those walls, and that takes healing. So please don't shoot the messenger and don't put no nasty comments, because I'm telling you, you can't turn a pig into a Pegasus horse, a unicorn. You can't turn a sparrow into a peacock. You can't turn a water buffalo into a gypsy horse. Got it? You either were always that way, but got hurt so badly that all the walls went up and all the defensive mechanisms went up. Danger, Will Robinson. Y'all remember that show? Danger, Will. Lost in Space. Danger, Danger, Will Robinson. Right? Defensive. Woo, they're coming at me. Wolverine. Right? You're not touching this. MC Hammer. Can't touch this. Right? I don't mean to make fun of it, or light of it, I should say, but I was there. I was there in 2020. I was there. Yeah. You know, I didn't want nobody near me. I didn't want nothing, nada. Stay away. Danger. Stranger danger. Go away. Right? But you've got to heal. That's the normal thing to do. Feel it and let it go. It might take 1 year. It might take 2 years. It might take 3 years. It might take 5. You get it. But the whole thing is just like this. It may take a little while, but working towards it every day. Every day. And yeah, I'm going to bring up one last thing before I close this beautiful conversation and beautiful tarot reading. There was a wonderful lady who was being interviewed, and I posted it, but you can only post half of it, and then you've got to do a voiceover on it. So I posted it the other day. She said, a divine feminine can heal the divine masculine and therefore get the man she desires to be with. That made me want to cry my ass off. I'm telling you, because that was so like, wow, in your face. Because that's true. If you have the soul of an earth angel, if you have so much love inside of yourself for the person that you're in love with, and you want to help them heal, and you know that you're loved because of how you love them, the strength of your love, the power of your love, the way you love them is unconditional, hell yeah, you can help heal them. What did I say? You can help heal them. You cannot heal them entirely. They have to want the healing. They have to not only have a divine feminine, or if you're same sex, whatever. You have to have a particular type of heart of the person that you're with in order to have that healing occur. But you have to be ready to submit to the person that's loving you, to submit to the person that's trying via the healing power of their love that they're sharing and trying to share with you to heal your beautiful heart that they see. Do you think they'd be wasting their time on you if they thought you were not worth healing? If they thought that you were not worth helping to heal? Do you know how many people, cross watchers, have been out here and getting themselves broken in the process of trying to heal you? So if you really are not ready for the healing, it doesn't matter whether it's a divine feminine or a divine masculine trying to heal his feminine. It doesn't matter, because you have to let us in. If you do not let that healing in, if you are not accepting of that person that's loving you unconditionally, no matter what you do and no matter how broken you seem, to where every single year that you're with this person, you heal a little bit more layers come off, more layers to the onion, more layers, until you're raw, and you're pretty much bare. But that's the point. When you love somebody, you cannot have these defenses. You cannot have, you stay on that side and I'll stay on this. Danger. No. Love is not logical, because if it were, it wouldn't be a feeling. Would not be an emotion. It would just be I don't know, an action of like jumping up and down. I can take jumping up and down or not. But love, it kind of just takes you by surprise, because once you start feeling it, the only thing that can kill it is the cross watcher, the opposite person, creating such ruckus in your life, creating such ugliness, creating such devastation that they start killing that love. And so it's no longer unconditional. Now it's conditional. But they did that through their narcissistic ways or their brokenness. That sometimes looks like narcissistic ways, because how can you tell? How can you tell sometimes? You were not there with whatever broke them. And that's the other thing, is cross watchers, we were not even there when you got broken. We're over here with super glue called love, trying to put it all over you like the molasses I was talking about earlier. Trying to see if we can heal you, we can help you to heal through our love, through our time, through our patience, through our loving energy, through our understanding, through our listening, through our devotion. But if you don't want it, you don't want it. It's not going to happen. So, again, I don't see anything wrong here. The only thing that might be of any interference is the slow. How slow is slow? Because remember, this horse rides very, very slow. It's a Clydesdale. Clydesdale horses, you know, are the same as the Budweiser commercials, those big, gigantic horses. That's why it comes so slow. It takes a lot of food for them to fuel. It takes very, very little to tire them. They're huge. So they don't get very long distances like our other horses. Our other horses are thin, and they're how should I say, more lean. So that'd be the only thing, is how long is this gonna take? Are you talking about 1 year? You're talking about 2 years? You're talking about 5? What are we talking about? Have the conversation. Have the conversation. Again, people, we need to talk. You need to talk. You need to talk. Both people need to be listened to. No yelling and no talking over each other. Wait till the person finishes. You know what I used to have in my office when I would do counseling for couples? I had what the Native American Indians call a talking stick. I literally purchased one, and the person that had the floor, I would give them the stick, and I would tell them before I started, you're not going to interrupt them. If you got to write things down so you know your counter arguments, meaning what you got to say and you don't want to forget it, write it down. Here's a piece of paper and a pen. But you're not going to interrupt them. And vice versa. I will give it to the next person. I'm telling you. And that's how they would listen to each other. Finally, start working together and start listening, really listening to one another, because they didn't have a choice. Because I would tell them from the get-go, you're coming here, you're paying me for a service. You're going to do it by my rules, or this session is over. So one, they're paying for it. They're not going to want to pay for it if they're not going to be listened to. Two, they're going to get their words out, and somebody's not going to get up and walk away and go, don't want to hear it. It worked. I am a good life coach, I will tell you that. But I will tell you, it's a messy business too, because tempers would flare. Who wants to be told all the wrong things? Gotta tell them the good things too. What did they do right? You gotta talk to each other, people. You gotta talk to each other. Honestly. If you don't like talking to each other, guess what? You don't have no reason to be together. If you don't like the sound of their voice, you don't got no damn reason to be together. If you don't like their presence, you can't stand their presence in the room long enough to start a conversation that might become uneasy, you don't have no reason to be with them. None. Okay? Honestly, you gotta like the person you're with. Even when you're angry with them, even when they piss the F out of you, that's still the same person the next day or a few hours later that you still want to spend the rest of your life with. And that you'd get fighting mad and you would defend to the death if somebody else said something negative about them. But you gotta talk to each other. Like I always say, learn each other. Why are you so mad at me? What got you to that degree that you won't talk anymore? Why are you so quiet? Why have you been acting different? What's really the problem? How can we fix this? What did I do or didn't do? Because sometimes it's not even what you do, it's what you didn't do. And come on, it can't be as stupid as you didn't pick up the socks again. Maybe move the damn hamper to where they're going to remember. Maybe right by the bench where they sit down and remove their damn socks. I don't know. Let's just be adults, guys. Love you. I hope this helps somebody. Libra Collective, dos prontos, as they used to say in Spanish when I was learning the Gitana deck that I know. the Spanish deck that I know. And that means two things coming very quickly. And then again, an Emperor, whether male or female, coming in with their truths and their justice. Hear them out. Okay? Hear them out. Let it go. Let it go. Love you guys. I'm tired. My tummy finally feels a tiny bit better. A tiny bit better. Whoever's out there pacing, talking to God, He's listening. But can you stop with the acid? Oh my God. Love you guys. Bye.